Guess this door's unlocked now. With Gaia gone. Maybe his things. Aloy. If you were listening to this, then, things didn't go as planned at Gemini. I know you'll keep your promise. Which means I must be dead. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? But, what's happened since you found me in that ectogenic chamber? Thank you, Aloy. You've been my shelter. And I would risk it all again to be by your side. I know you'll find a way forward. That's what you do. Feels empty in here without Gaia. My fingers feel stiff in this cold.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a Sunwing, and get ready for an entrance Regalla will never forget.
Before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
Oh?
I just know they meant a lot to you, and, well...
Thank you, Aaron.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Akar?
Stopping Regalla's war. It'll...
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready.
Okay. How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Var, but he never truly succumbed to... Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy.
We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Aaron fought them before, so...
Already asked him to run us through some combat drills. He moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what, but once we infiltrate their base...
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge wherever your arrow strikes.
Let's hope we hit our targets. I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regalla,
I'll try. Override installed. Now to find a Sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with Kotallo, always kicking my ass.
Who says I'm any good at it?
The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro.
Okay, I need to find a Sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain. Good. There are Sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. This'll be in my stash when I need it. Got it. Whoa. Oh, this is it. I'm in the air. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head. Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Just got over it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
that.
Rebella's rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the Grove. I hope Hekarro and this Noct can hold out a little longer.
It's Hekarro's champion!
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now on to the Grove. Oh. Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. Could be useful, even after I deal with Rebella. Here we go.
Orgala's inside. Hekarro will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Is that... It's Aloy!
She flies on the wings of the Ten.
The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hekarro. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regalla! Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
The fight is just beginning!
All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
Soon your blood will be mine! I will tell all how tamely you gave your life! Show me the legend that is Aloy of the Nora. Child of the weak. Is this all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd spit it to the floor. You should face me! That would show courage! Here I am again, on my knees before bootlets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through!
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die. You led a rebellion that tore a tribe apart. All for bloodlust and revenge. Maybe the only thing you deserve is to die right here. Or maybe that fury can be directed at the real enemy.
You want to ally with her? How can you even trust her?
Despite all that she's done, she's never been one to break her word.
And will she give it?
I won't beg for my life. Decide.
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about? We'll be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regalla.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regalla's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regalla gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tenakth for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tenakth army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now... I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Going to try, and I hope I'm there to watch him get his ass kicked.
Any news on your father?
Yeah. Cassie patrol. A few days back.
So he's okay.
Free.
His sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Join JTF-10 for... Covert operation deep within the room.
Any news on your father?
Yeah.
Here walks an ally of the Tenakth.
A few days back.
The next time I'm on leave, I'm heading to the
So, Hekarro keeps his head
You know,
in control
I
of the
thought
tribe.
Chief Hekarro made up the vision of unity.
Dakota, thought you'd be back at the Bulwark.
Let it be known that the Sky Clan defended the Grove today. As hopeless a battle as it was. Until you flew in on the wings of the Ten, that is. We are in your debt.
You fought for your tribe, so your debt is paid.
On your way, then.
Okay.
From
But you should know
Wallbreaker
that I got some
to the
news.
wings
No
of the
rebel
Ten.
or
machine can stand before this Outlander.
Try this in my stash later.
Talk yourself up all you want.
May the day bring you victory. Every Tenakth will remember your deed.
blow this up.
Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Sylens. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. With Regalla out of the way, Hekarro and Tenakth, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win.
Hey, Erend.
Yeah?
I was thinking we could spar for a bit. When you have the time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
There might be a way to deal with my anger.
Yeah, beating the crap out of me makes you feel better. I'm all for it. Aloy! You...
Wish I could say we don't need them. But Sylens and Tilda, even Regalla.
Yeah. Enemy of my...
Right. I guess Sylens is keeping to himself?
I was hoping you'd give me an excuse to hammer...
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit after everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Doesn't look like any of our guests are...
Yet. So, Kotallo tells... I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there...
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can...
Looking forward to it.
You,
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. I better get going.
Oh, you know where to...
Aloy. It appears that I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tenakth something to talk. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding us.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of our new...
Erend and I tried speaking to Sylens, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the...
Whatever comes?
Thoughts on our new Zenith?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal. Bent on repelling all semblance.
She's... I have to go.
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Sylens in the face.
Thanks.
You flew? Kotallo told me. You know what? I don't even... I saw we have visitors. Does this mean we're ready to take the
Almost. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it... She seems angry.
Don't worry. We're going to point that... the Zeniths.
If you say...
I hope our new guest...
The Sylens. He's the one who...
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any... He refuses to dole out his secrets to us.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us... Yeah. You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought... Why not a few immortals? With lethal drones at their command, too.
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very...
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with... But now that she's here, I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truth. Probably both.
I need to wrap up a few things, but...
I'll be ready when you...
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove.
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten. I would say that I am...
Thank you.
It is I who should be thanking...
Look, I know you're probably not happy about but I want her on our side when we...
It is more than she deserves.
Thank you, Kotallo. Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it known. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we will endure on... Though, I am curious how you intend without an army of our...
Leave that to me.
As you say.
Look, I know you're... but... Thank you. Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that... I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and...
Honestly, with her... Your people keep mentioning the wings.
The visions tell us that and leapt into battle for us. It is why the challengers leap into... And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves. So?
I won't lie.
I can only imagine.
I have to go.
Understood.
There you are.
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Sylens and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay. Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
You said before that you're not like the others, that you never were.
But out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. Both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius, I did what I had to. But I have to try to undo what damage I... Hence the data channel with Beta. And the little trick I pulled.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter a safe place, not just for me. Cultural artifacts of truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to...
Yes. I thought if she could, it would bring something else. A heritage, every bit as valid. Data being drummed. I'm sorry, she needed its shelter.
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that for 1,000. She was brilliant. She cared so deeply for the world. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including... She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth after Farzineth's attempt to...
Yes. A most unpleasant...
She said something. I think she regretted how things ended.
Did she? Thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other, and that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzin, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your... Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence is...
No, and he's been very careful not to allow... I'll admit it bothers me, but I am confident it will deactivate the other shields on...
How many of them are in the bay?
10, including only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony...
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Farzineth's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological... Verbena inherited her billion. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelor, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
So, Eric... was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let...
Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more... complicated, it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but seems like it was enough. For a while, at least.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy.
Why did you do...
Dorok. Juro. And the Carja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to... But the Carja captured them, strung them up, and burned... It was too late. I found them.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance. No, to tear down the Carja's cities and hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the... But my chief betrayed me.
How did Hikaru... Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear. And then a Carja messenger was brought before... That's when I knew. I had to rag his treacherous corpse.
What happened when the Carja messenger appeared?
The quivering priest bore a message from their new king. No more. Suddenly the Carja wanted to talk peace, and a true Tenakth would never... Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru, he showed himself a Carja-loving traitor when he...
And lost.
His mercy was just enough. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid. With him, so with an army of soldiers, the day you got him.
Are you really going to fight along?
I have no reason to.
Really?
I failed to kill Hikaru. Failed to eliminate you. The Carja remain out of my reach. Cow. All I have left are the screams of those. So show me.
The deal you made. Override. How did Silence approach?
That name means nothing. My agreement was with the Asarama Sera and her sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really and you trusted an outlet?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed her, but she spoke with the same burning hatred for the... And she offered me the chance to run them down with me. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. I bet you've...
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
Had I killed Hikaru, and these Zeniths would have been the first of the... But because of you, my people will...
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives. All right.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your boat. But if I'm to die, then it might as well be with the one who flew. With the...
I'll let you know when it's time to...
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want. Yeah, of course. Don't mention it. Just you wait, Varl.
They're taking those space slugs down.
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes. Even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Carja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes. Exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war, against the Carja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here. I don't need the two of you butting.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you... For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose. I'd hoped you'd recognize...
Do you know something?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this...
Oh, a feeling. You mean you finally had one? Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Sylens is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Remember, we need to get Sylens' weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with it. I promise.
Good. Without it, there's no payback.
Don't worry. Payback's all I think about.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of them. I can hear the drinking song. By the way, we should probably discuss the sun, since we've both been looking in, if you have time.
Varl made the right call.
Thanks. I found out a few days before you guys went. I was, so he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back, and you never told me exactly how your sister...
I guess we never got round to it. No time like the present, though.
If that one's not working right, you can have...
Little bugger's got some personality. That saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. Besides, it,
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You think it's time for...
Yeah? Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King?
Well, first, see, during the war, the Carja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, for what? To die as sacrifice, thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines. And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine.
Oh, but she...
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her.
I remember you telling me something about that's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll will ever is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of it. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in. He got her everything she needed to disguise herself with perfumes.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of it with her bare hands. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up?
As perfumed and Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a...
That would, definitely...
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. They paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border.
You were right.
All good story.
I guess...
I'll see you at the rendezvous.
I wouldn't have it any... I hope everybody's ready for this.
Aloy, at least now you...
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for— And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half— I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring
Try not to hurt him everyone here, if it weren't for Varl.
You know, there was this one night. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. To be honest, I think we both— So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the We sat there. I thought about how Plainsong was just— how every corner of it must be— and any fears I had about I miss him terribly.
I know. I should go.
Before you do.
What is it?
You place this focus in my care. If I should fall in battle, I'd love for the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do—
Let's just try to all come— You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not
The plan will work.
Right.
I want you to know I'm glad you're—
Whatever happens, I'm grateful. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an—
Come on, do I look that— Kotallo will protect you.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo will fulfill— If we die doing so, at least—
I'd rather you both stay—
We'll try and keep—
Once all this is over, will you—
I don't know. The more I think about it, if I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clear. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duty, would I be willing to let the truths I've the ancestors be buried away by the board? Would I dare challenge them and risk— or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa?
She is— We used to be rivals. I hated her guts, but apparently there's a fine line between hate. We became very close, and she promised she'd wait for me.
Well, that was smart of her.
Yeah, I don't know about—
I do. The rest of us should be enough of a Zeniths for you to hack into their network, but you'll have to be quick.
What exactly do you expect me to—
I don't know. I need to get going.
I'll be at the— May truth lead us to victory.
So, how are we—
I do not know everything that you have planned. All that remains is to follow you to—
Thank you, Kotallo.
You brought us together. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping we could find— if you have the time.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened.
There was nothing. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin.
I'm sure he'd be on. Now that training time is over...
The Bulwark, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith.
I'll try not to let—
I know you...
I'll see you soon, then.
It will be my...
Welcome back, Aloy. Would you like to continue our
Okay.
An array.
And let me get—
Annika Murjani. She successful and are immortal. But then there were his only real— When I think about—
I should be going.
I'll be making fun.
Here for more words, or is it time to strike?
Are you real?
I know
Really?
I look all.
I'll leave.
That I will sharp.
So, you return something else?
So the on one of
You must
work.
be
Let me like what you did
for us.
I'll be
As you
The Zenith base. That shield must be the glowing lights that Noct saw. There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base. Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Kotallo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy?
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Could try using acid ammo.
Hey, just here. Live long, kill your enemy.
Anytime you're ready. I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
They've not seen us. I'll follow you in.
It's fallen!
You are Quinn, and I can keep this going. Hey, Aloy! Can't beat us around for.
I think we got it.
I think you're right.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way across.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight, you choose.
Fire's wasted on that machine.
I grab it if you need it. Here we go.
Are we going to attack or what?
Now we're talking.
Aloy's under
Hey, you okay? That was a decent shot, I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
You down there?
I'm okay. I'll climb back up. Tired yet?
Yep. Yeah! Clear those weeds.
We're through.
Well, I'll just leave it here then. It's not beer, but it'll do.
These Spectres are good sport!
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one's handy enough. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
More Spectres. I'll attack when you do.
It's weak to acid.
Yeah! Get the fumes in your eyes. Yeah! Aloy, for you! Can you hit this thing with acid? You want a taste of this? That's all right, I got this. Aloy! Ammo! Plasma! Hit it with plasma! Gets the blood flowing, doesn't it? Take it down. You don't hurt me that easy. Ah.
Durand fight. You need some ammo? You want to target me, do
I
you?
think that's all of them. At least. Let's push on. Oh, that helps. Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
Well, I'll try not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of.
I know I'm here.
And now's a good time to hit it with plasma. You got it quick, Bob. It's here when you want it. This'll help. How many specimens did it have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure. Looks like the others have things under control.
Ha! You shoot like a Notaru, Aloy!
Come on!
I think our battle is done.
Come on, up the slab.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Alva and Kotallo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps, with the Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
That big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I guess not all the Spectres are fighting our machines. Razadam will make this go quick.
Nice and easy. Pick it up. Need it? Bottoms up. Plasma. Hit it with plasma. Let's track that loot later. Zoe and Baldy are fighting another Spectre.
I think they can handle it.
I need some help here. And another one dead.
Hooked it!
Use acid. Corroded. Come on, let's cross over. Find anything?
Yeah. This way.
Big jump. To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
By the blood of the Ten!
Hit the weak spot.
This is the way up.
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
Come on, let's go!
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised.
Go!
May Regalla return peacefully to the site.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Kotallo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
Ah, there.
No? Nothing. Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, we're... Time I see filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network!
Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
We got some unfinished business, little girl. I don't need a shield to take you
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
You ready, little mouse?
Whoa! I can't let him catch me.
Hit me then!
I'm taking you down!
This is what I've been training for! Come on now, admit it. You may run.
Felt that, didn't ya?
Come and fight!
Not much by your shield, are ya?
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Did you feel that?
He's almost down.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right?
You okay?
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have it.
Erend? Is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few Spectres.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay. almost there. I'm coming, Beta. This is it. End of the line. Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are... astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
I gotta get through all that armor before I can do some damage. Oh! Acid's corroding its armor.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Why couldn't you just let me choose?
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the Rebel Army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
voice has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter what I try. My raindrops in the flood, in this emptiness, in the storm. If
Maybe one day, I'll head back to the Sacred Lands and see Sona again. Tell her what her son accomplished. And how brave he was.
Back again, are you? Come to rattle the cage.
I'll leave you be.
Then I will show.
What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have Hephaestus, but I'm sure we can come up with something. I paid Vral's grave a visit earlier. Back in Gemini, he tried so hard to protect me. He was my first friend. I still can't believe he's gone. Me too. I'm surprised you're staying in the base. Thought you'd slink away to one of your workshops.
The capabilities of this facility are adequate for now.
Well, make yourself at home, I guess. So you finally got what you always wanted.
Yes. All the knowledge of the Apollo database at our fingertips. At long last. Once Gaia removes the last traces of Zenith code from it, that is. We're entering a brave new world, Aloy. You'd best be ready for it. Hephaestus will undoubtedly design new and deadlier machines now that it's returned to the global Cauldron network.
And we still need it to permanently fix the biosphere.
Perhaps there's another way. Courtesy of Apollo. Time will tell.
Found anything we can use against Nemesis?
I've picked up a thread that may lead to a greater tapestry, but it will require more research. I will share my findings in due time.
Sorry to bother you.
I have work to do, Aloy.
Everything okay, Gaia?
Yes, it is good to be home. Although my heuristic matrix will take some time to reinitialize. I must ensure that all Zenith code has been purged from my systems.
Good idea. Take as long as you need. Are we gonna be able to fix the biosphere? With Hephaestus back out in the wild?
With its escape to the global Cauldron network, Hephaestus has resumed its operations and increased its security protocols. I am already formulating options to recontain it. Additionally, I will utilize the capabilities of my remaining subordinate functions and make every effort to stave off collapse of the biosphere. I am certain it will gain us some time.
Sounds good.
Reinitialization in progress. I will inform you when it is complete. Reinitialization in progress. I will inform you when it is complete.
We did it, Varl. We stopped the Zeniths. We saved life on Earth. Well, for now, at least. There's another threat coming. I don't know how we're gonna beat it. But we'll face it together. All of us. Rest easy, my friend. I'll visit again when I can.